Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at your September 2024 insights. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. Okay, Spirit, we are looking at September 2024 insights, please. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Okay, can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Okay, pile number 1, your stone is Snowflake Obsidian. And your card is Fire Magic. Pile number 2, your stone is Serpentine. And your card is Change and Progress. Pile number 3, your stone is Rutilated Quartz. Oops. Okay, and your card is Inspiration and Courage. Please take as long as you need choosing your pile or piles, and I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. Your stone is the Snowflake Obsidian, and your card is Fire Magic. The first thing that I get with this is that you are inspired to make some changes in your life, or you're inspired to start a new project, you're inspired to take a trip somewhere, move somewhere, really put your energy into something, really focus on what it is that you want and really try to bring that idea to life. The other side of this that I see here is that maybe you're feeling uninspired and you're trying to get inspired. Maybe you want to make changes in your life, but you're not sure how to make those changes, or you're not sure exactly what it is that would make you happy. And with the cat here, it looks like the cat knocked over the candle, and then we have the little salamander here. So there could be things that are happening in your life, if this part of it applies to you, where you're getting signs or you're getting feelings that it's time for you to make some changes in your life, but you're just not sure how to start or what to do. But you're kind of getting that feeling, that energy, like, okay, maybe I should make some changes. I'm not feeling inspired. I'm feeling kind of stuck. So let me see what I can start doing. Or, like I said, to begin with, it could be that you already know what you want to do. You're feeling inspired. You're ready to hit the ground running. So we will see what your other cards have to say, and maybe both of these apply to some people, some of you, and then the other side applies to other people that are watching this. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards. All right, Spirit, what would you like to tell pile number 1 regarding their September 2024 insights, please? These cards here are really calling me. Okay, we have the loner, isolation, and introspection. And in the tarot, this is the hermit. So again, this could go either way. I think for some of you, you're really trying to get your ideas ready to go. You're in the planning phase of something and you're just about ready to come out and reveal things or put these plans into action. And isn't it interesting that they're both holding fire? I mean, in this one, this person's not really holding the fire, but you know, it's the same concept. And I think the other side of the loner card here Is that maybe you're feeling isolated? Maybe you have introspection because you're trying to figure out what would inspire you, trying to figure out what should you do. Maybe you're in a place in your life where you're realizing that you're not really feeling like you're moving anywhere. You could be maybe not feeling like socializing with friends or family right now because you're feeling a little bit disconnected. And so you could be going through this phase where you're trying to figure out, what is the next step in my life? I'm feeling unmotivated right now, but I want to be motivated. I want to have passion for something. And how do I find that? What is that? And I feel that for whatever the case is, that either way, you're close to getting the answers, or you're close to stepping out and bringing whatever this is that you want in your life, you're close to bringing that into your life. So we will see what else we can find out. Okay, and then this is the other card that really called to me. So we have Creature of Water with Creative Expression. Look how pretty this is. And look at the wings here on this person. I feel that, again, I'm going to have two ideas here. This might continue on throughout the whole reading, I'm not sure, but some of you are ready to fly. Some of you have your idea, you put these ideas in your cup, you're ready to take off and bring these ideas to life. It's something that really inspires you. You have a lot of passion for this idea. You're feeling very, very positive about how to make this happen. You're following your intuition. It could be something creative, or it could be something that just inspires you. So whatever that is, I really feel, especially here, going from the Hermit to flying. So on the one side of this, you're ready to go. You're almost ready to jump off that cliff, take that leap of faith, and start flying and start seeing results. And then again, on the other side of this, some of you are trying to get to this point. Perhaps you are a creative person. Maybe you have a creative block, or maybe it's not like you to feel isolated and to feel that you're not being creative. Maybe something happened in your life that made you feel that, I just don't feel like doing anything right now. And maybe that's not like you. And so you're trying to get this back into your life. And then others of you, maybe you're just all of a sudden have this amazing sense of inspiration saying, you know what, I just want to make some changes in my life. So there are a few different things that could be happening here. Let's see what else, or for different people. What else can, what else can you tell us, Spirit, for pile number 1? We're looking at their September 2024 insights, please. Okay, this one obviously wants to come out. Be bold and make the first move. How cool is that? Look at how well it goes with this card, where remember I said you're just about ready to jump off the cliff, take that leap of faith. You're listening to your intuition. You're feeling creative. You're feeling inspired. You're ready to go. And then on the other side, if you're feeling uninspired, if you're feeling doubtful, maybe you're feeling a little bit like, well, you know what, I would really like to do this, but I don't know if I have what it takes. So maybe you're not feeling secure in your ideas. Maybe you're not sure exactly how to make it happen, or you're having some self-doubt. Spirit wants you to know that put yourself out there, be bold, make it happen. At least take the first step. At least take a step toward this idea. If you're unsure, if you know you want it and you're going to make it happen, then definitely move forward. If you're feeling unsure, unsafe, insecure, take a little step. See what happens. Because in that little step that you take, you might realize, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. I'm not feeling that uncomfortable. And then take another little step. And then you may say, oh, you know what? This isn't so bad after all. So just try to be bold and put yourself out there. Okay, what else would you like to tell pile number 1? Okay, apparently that one. Okay, so we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, and this one was cardinal moon. How awesome is that? Have faith in your dreams. Not only have faith in your dreams, but have faith in yourself. Have faith in your intuition guiding you where you need to go. And look, there is a butterfly here. And then you have the salamander here. And these both indicate transformation. This here indicates, the salamander here to me indicates that this idea that you have is fire. Okay, this idea that you have is, it's fire. It's like a good idea. It's going to expand. It's going to grow. And then here with the butterfly, I get like a kind of connection, a melding of the two between this intense fire and passion and quick movement, and then this gentleness here. So I think these two coming together, this side is more having faith that your dreams are going to come true, obviously, as we have here, but also the more feminine side, the more comfort. So being comfortable, taking those little steps if you feel uncomfortable putting yourself out there or going after your dreams, just taking little steps. And also this is a gentleness and transformation. This is feeling good about this transformation. And look at here. This is, I think that's a little bee. So it's like increasing in productivity. Moving, finding the flowers, finding where you're going to grow, finding your nourishment. Like all of these things are going to be provided to you, for you. So don't be afraid. Because like I said, some of you are like, oh, you know, I'm a little nervous to put myself out there, but what if you're successful? So don't get caught up in saying, oh, but what if it doesn't work? But what if it does work? Spirit is saying have faith in what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, let's get your tarot cards. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 1, what would you like to tell them for their September 2024 insights, please? Okay, this one really wants to come out. Let's see, we have the Emperor. So again, have faith in what you want to create. Spirit is telling you that this is a good idea. Not only is it a good idea, but okay, hold on. Something else just came to me and then I'll get to that in a minute. There might, for some of you who are afraid to put yourself out there, are thinking, oh, I don't know, this kind of feeling of being unsure. There might be little tiny tweaks that you need to make to something, little pieces of information that you're missing that will make you feel more confident. Okay, and then what I was going to say with this card is that there is this great idea that you have, this change that you want to make in your life, these transformations that you want to see in your life. And I feel that you have everything that you need to accomplish these ideas, to accomplish these goals. I feel that you're very focused. Like if you can, for some of you, if you can get past that initial feeling of self-doubt, underneath that, there is this amazing person who has so much to offer, who has so much ability to dedicate yourselves to this idea, a hard worker, somebody who can really plan things out. What I'm getting is that for either of you, once you put your ideas into the world, once you have a sense of determination within yourself, and some of you already have this, and then there's some of you that are, you know, on the other side, say, well, I don't know. But once you put your mind to that, you can really accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Both of you in both of these areas that we're talking about here, whichever camp you fall in this reading, you're both very goal oriented, which is interesting that some of you, because you're both very, you both have a lot of success written in your future and possibly in your path too. So maybe for some of you, you've been very successful at something already and you want to try something new, but you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should make a change at this point in my life, or yeah, I don't know if it'll work. But all of you that I'm seeing here, when you put your mind to something, you're going to get it done. I mean, there's no question in my mind that you're going to get it done. You're going to literally polish something. You're going to make sure that it is perfect. You will work night and day to make this a reality, to bring this to life, to make this idea that you have a part of your life. Then we have the Four of Cups. I believe this is referring to those of you who, like I said, I think it was with the Emperor card. It just popped in my mind that some of you may be feeling insecure or doubtful because you're missing a piece of information. You're missing a critical piece to move forward. So what I see with the Four of Cups card here is that, and also the Hermit here, which is the loner in this deck, some of you may be really caught up in that idea. Some of you may be caught up in, oh, I'm so frustrated. I don't know I'm missing something. I'm not seeing something. Okay, well, just clear your mind. Okay, with Creature of Water, maybe take a salt bath, or if you can go to the ocean or a lake or whatever, just even literally just taking a salt bath or even just a shower, letting the water kind of cleanse your energy. Then come back to it and you will see that the solution is literally right there. It's something that you just haven't looked at yet, maybe something that you just missed. And then for the other side of you, I believe that this card is showing again that you're in the Hermit phase where you are so focused, you're very, very focused on moving forward with this idea, and literally nothing's going to distract you. Okay, then we have the Ten of Swords. Some of you are feeling very worried about ending something and starting on this new path. Why are you so worried? Well, I think some of you have walked away from something that was no longer working for you. Some of you are jumping away from this into this new thing. With maybe at first you had to make a decision to leave one thing to start another thing, and it seemed very painful for you. But what I get with this is that once this happened and that sting left, you were like, oh, I feel so much better. Now that's over. Let me just move on to this new thing. And then I think others, this other side of you, of the other people who are watching this, have this fear, and that's why you're a little bit stuck in the hermit zone. And I really feel that fear is connected to missing something. You're not seeing a critical point of how you're going to make this work. And so those of you that are on this side, it's almost like well, I think I said this before, the self-doubt that you're having is only because you're not, there's something missing that's making it look like it's not going to work for you. You just need to find that missing piece. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said with the first part of the Ten of Swords, once that sting wears off of having to exit from this situation, I just see you jumping for joy. I see things being so much easier on this path. Here it was difficult. It was like trying to move something heavy and it just wouldn't budge. And then finally it just had to you had to exit that situation one way or another. Otherwise, you would have been feeling this for a while. And for the other side of you watching this, Spirit wants you to know that your success is assured. I see money here. I see a strong foundation like we saw in the Emperor card. I see growth. I see you feeling more grounded too. Once, for those of you who are feeling a little unsure about things, once you get going, once you figure out this little missing piece here, you're going to realize, oh, okay, things are starting to flow now. Things are starting to work out. And I also see a lot of support around you. I see you have friends, you have family, you have colleagues, if that's the area that you're going in. New people too. I see new ideas. I see new people coming into your life. I see things really success with this idea that you have. So remember to have faith in your dreams. Do not give up on this idea. Whatever it is, Spirit really wants you to know that your dreams will lead to success. Okay, then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. So this is a little baby bird that was in the shell, and then they broke out of the shell. Of course, that can be scary for some people because, you know, you were protected in this little bubble, and then you have to come out into the scary world, and, you know, then you have to deal with everything around you. So figuring things out can be scary. This can also be exhilarating for some people. Some people love change. They love doing new things. They love a challenge. And so for whichever group you fall in here with the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit wants you to know that pursuing your dream, pursuing this passion that you have about this particular thing is going to, as long as you put in the hard work, as long as you're dedicated, which we already saw here with the Emperor card, you have what it takes to make this happen. But as long as you keep that going, you're literally birthing the Ten of Pentacles. So I see it being a little bit slower process, especially with the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and also the Emperor. I feel the Emperor is a slower building of something. So it's probably going to take a little bit of time, but I see maybe you're starting this thing in September. Maybe you're really going to get going on this idea, which is obviously what this reading's about, but it's like, instead of, it's moving from the thought process to actually implementing things and taking action on something. Okay, then we have the King of Cups. I think you have a great vision. I think that for some of you, you felt kind of, like I said, stuck in a situation or feeling stagnant in something, and you want more in your life. You want to, first of all, you want to be successful with this idea, which you will be, but you just want more in your life, more satisfaction, more happiness, more balance. Also, if this is something creative, which it definitely could be something creative, or even just, it could even be referring to something that you're creating, something that is yours, your own creation. And maybe that's missing in your life. It's going to bring you so much more even than you could possibly imagine, is what I'm getting with the King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. It's happiness, it's stability, it's looking back at when you were just in the infancy of this idea and thinking, oh wow, so glad I took that chance. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so I think it's gonna, again, be slow moving as you go through. I think that you're gonna be possibly double checking things, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, making sure that everything's lining up. Also, especially for those of you that are missing that key element, Spirit wants you to know to start back, rewind, start back in the beginning, and take it step by step by step by step, and look at every little detail. What if you have no idea what is missing from this idea? Start at the beginning. Look, dissect every little thing that is connected to this idea that we're looking at here, because in doing that, you're going to figure out what's missing here. You're going to find the right connection, the right people. You're going to find, oh, okay, that's how I do that. I didn't know that's how, I didn't know it was that simple. Or maybe it's something that's difficult that's going to take more time. But the thing is, if you stay focused on it, it's going to click. Like literally, I see something clicking into place. And then, yeah, almost like starting an engine, like, oh, okay, it's finally starting. Because that one little element that was missing will come up. And then also, if you're moving forward, you have your ideas, you're ready to go, just keep in mind to make sure you check on things, make sure everything is actually flowing, and just, you know, check on the little details. Then we have the Queen of Cups. This makes me think of what I just said, checking on the details, looking at things. In a lot of the Queen of Cups cards, the Queen is actually like looking at the cup itself. So again, that makes me think some of you need to look at the cup. There's just a little element that is missing. And then others of you already have the cup that's full. You already have all the details lined up, and you are in line for the success and the happiness that the Queen of Cups represents. Sitting on your throne. Look at you sitting here on this nice chair, here with the King of Cups and with the Emperor. Some of you, I just get, for some of you sitting in these elaborate chairs, some of you may be going for a job promotion or something, maybe like in an executive position where you can be creative in molding your department or your region or whatever it is, kind of in the direction that you see. And that would explain why we have all these pentacles here, because that would be a slow moving process. You would have to, you know, look at all the details, examine things, implement new changes and all that. But also it could be something, I mean, that's just an example, so don't take that to heart. That's just for some of you. Others of you are creating something on your own. It could be something creative, like literally creative. So it could be artwork. It could be, I mean, literally creating your own company, moving. It could literally just creating the life that you want. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like arts. It's just that creation, that spark that you have. But no matter what it is, I see success coming. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Some of you do feel stuck. Some of you feel like, interesting, the Eight of Swords is right below the Ten of Swords. I think some of you have, so let me start where I was. Some of you feel stuck and you're missing something, but really what you're missing is that you just need to step forward. Just remember up here with Be Bold and Make the First Move, I talked about little baby steps. Just take that step forward. And then others of you, I feel that you have been stuck in a situation, again, like I said earlier, that is stagnant. And to get out of that, you're going to have to experience the Ten of Swords, or maybe you were stuck and you experienced the Ten of Swords. And that's where your freedom is coming in. You're able to walk away from the situation that just was not working for you. You felt like you were isolated. Remember the Hermit card? You felt like you were isolated. You're out in the cold. Your thought process wasn't really functioning that well. That's all going to change for you. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, and all of this is going to change for you when you start taking those steps forward, when you start spreading your wings. When you remember here, you have the wings here. When you jump off that cliff and you start flying, you start pursuing your goals. You start pursuing what makes you happy, your dreams. And by taking that leap of faith, by moving forward with this idea, you arrive at the Ten of Pentacles. You literally fly right into the environment of the Ten of Pentacles, seeing your dreams manifest right before your eyes and feeling happy, feeling fulfilled, feeling like, you know, vibrancy in your life again, because you certainly didn't have it here. So once you step out of the situation, you're going to feel free. And I think also for those of you that this applies to, stepping out of a situation and feeling this freedom, like you can breathe again. And not only can you breathe again, but you can also start to think about your whatever you want to create here. So it kind of opens up your chakras. It opens up your overall spiritual energy. Then we have the Justice card. Yeah, it's more balance. It's getting rid of this thing that wasn't working for you, that sense of freedom. And this can also relate to, like I said, those of you who might be getting a new position, like an executive position, so like CEO or director, regional director, anything that could indicate the Justice card, which could be signing legal paperwork. This could be a move, so this could be signing a new lease for an apartment or buying a new house somewhere. This also represents, this could be, you know, signing a lease for a business office, signing a contract to sell your artwork, a book, you know, whatever creative thing that you may be working on. This could also mean clients coming into you. But just this overall sense of balance, a sense of freedom, a sense of things actually coming together for you. And then moving forward from this point on and experiencing your dreams coming true. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it made sense for you. I hope I covered the different people who may be watching this. And if this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and you can click the bell to be notified of future videos if you would like. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you will also find the link for my website in the description box below. Hello, pile number 2. Your stone is Serpentine, and your card is Change in Progress. What I feel with this card is that you've been working on something for a while and you're just starting to see some progress. So in September, you're most likely going to see things kind of transforming, starting to see things happening for you, making progress. If something's been difficult, you might start to see that difficulty lessening for you, where you're able to finally get through something, or maybe it's just been smooth sailing for you. But whatever it is, I feel, especially with the little stars here, I feel that you're really gonna start to see some pretty big movement. And again, with like this little kind of stream, waterfall, whatever this is back here, I feel that maybe things were a little bit turbulent, maybe a little bit chaotic as trying to get to this point. And then maybe now you're actually starting to just kind of have that smooth sailing, because this cat back here looks a little frightened and this cloth here is a bit tattered. So I'm feeling like it might have been quite the journey getting to where you are right now. But things are going to change. You're going to start to make progress. And also, I feel like you didn't give up. You somehow had this idea, even through chaotic times, or even when things were unsure, you had this idea like, I know it's going to work out. I'm going through this. I'm going to make it through it. I'm going to make it happen. Or maybe the cat was you and you were feeling a little bit terrified. And now you've kind of progressed into this person who's like, oh, okay, I made it through that. Now I feel stronger. I feel like I'm on the right path and making that progress down the stream here. And so I feel like you are very intuitive about whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're doing. And that somehow, even when times were turbulent or unsure, you knew you'd be able to make it through. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say. What would you like to tell pile number 2 regarding their September 2024 insights, please? Okay, we have Father of Fire, Passion Ignited. What I get with this is that you were going through some chaotic times. I just cannot let go of the way this cat looks here. Can you see that? The cat looks terrified. Maybe you were worried that something wasn't going to work out, but once you got past these turbulent waters here and you see things starting to calm down, now you're feeling like, it's finally coming together. I'm finally able to move forward on this. And also, especially because it says progress, change and progress. So what I get with the Father of Fire card here is that this shift in energy is going to make you feel so much more inspired than you've ever felt before. And it's like igniting this fire for you to keep moving forward. What else do you want to say for pile number 2? Okay. The Shaman, trust the path. And this is the Hierophant. What I get with this is that going through these this is the Hierophant in the tarot deck. What I get with this card is that going through these turbulent times taught you something. I get a sense that you learned a lot going through that and getting to the other side. Perhaps you had to really dig deep within yourself. Perhaps you really had to hold on to your ideas of like being strong and knowing that you can get through anything, because there's a great strength that I see here, and there's also a great learning, figuring things out. Maybe you had to ask people for assistance, or maybe you did it all on your own. Maybe you just really pulled that strength of yours out from somewhere within your spirit that you didn't even know it existed to get through this, because you are determined, very, very determined to acquire or accomplish whatever this is that you have your heart set on here. Let's look at your other oracle cards. What else would you like to tell pile number 2, September 2024 insights? A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Well, I think you knew this all along. I think you knew that you were going to win. You just had some turbulent waters that you had to get through. I really feel with the Father of Fire that nothing can put out your fire. Even all this turbulent water that we see here, that can't put out your fire. Your fire is too great to be extinguished. So what I just got for some of you is that there might have been a person in your life that was creating some sense of chaos. So that could be a relationship, that could be a job. Maybe you were working somewhere, or maybe you're still working there. And maybe, let's say if that was your boss, maybe your boss is no longer there. And so now you can actually continue on with your work. Or maybe this is even some of you that left that place that was toxic, or were able to get through something in your life that was just causing chaos. So it could be chaos trying to understand how to pursue your idea, or it could have been an external chaos of family, friends, job, where you live, money, anything like that. But I feel that you're very determined, absolutely determined to accomplish your goals. Okay, this card here is sticking out. I mean, it was like I could see it on the side. So let's see, it was calling me. Emotions are running high. Yes, they are. Your passion, your fire for, it's like your passion for life is back. I feel it's almost like what I see something, this vision I have in my head is like you're going on a path, you know, kind of like you're going down this stream here. And like there was this big boulder sitting in your way and you couldn't get around it either way. And you're sitting there looking at it, trying to figure out, well, what do I do? Can I go over it? Can I go side to side? Can I move it? Because that boulder might have been light. You hadn't, at this point in my mind, you hadn't tried to move it yet. So what I'm seeing is that once you just pushed that out, like literally pushed it out of the way, this path opened up for you. And once that happened, it just ignited this fire where you are even more determined than you were before. And you were already very determined before. So you're quite the force right now, which is really cool to see. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. What would you like to tell pile number 2 regarding their September 2024 insights? Okay. The Page of Cups. Yeah, you're feeling happy. You're feeling relieved. There's a sense of celebration here. You're feeling like you got that missing piece of information. And look at how these two look so similar too. These are obviously 2 different decks, but they look very similar. Again, this makes me think of just a sense of relief, a sense of accomplishment that's going to take you to the next level. It's like your passion before was like this much, which is a lot. You know, we're not talking about this much, we're talking about this much. And now it's even greater. And I feel also that I feel almost like maybe you got some news about something. So let's say that you were trying to get into a particular college or school, university, whatever. And you worked so hard. You had to take all the entrance exam tests and you worked so hard. And then you were waiting to hear if you got into your perfect school. And then you finally get in and then you're celebrating and you're feeling a sense of relief. But at the same time, your passion has just been ignited even more because you know now, okay, the pathway's open for me to pursue my goals. And again, it doesn't have to be that particular example. I'm just saying that that's kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So I just want a way to kind of explain it to you with some sort of visual. We have the High Priestess. Well, with the High Priestess, I think you always knew that you were destined for this path. You had an idea in your mind and you didn't know how you were going to get there, but you know you were going to get there. You knew, because if you see there's a person here who is holding on to birds, but it almost looks like they're trying to get on this plane here. So if you want to fly, you don't necessarily need to have an aircraft, right? Because, I mean, and not literally in reality, but this person literally just tied something to birds and then they're flying. So this is about overcoming challenges, figuring out that missing piece of information, because with both of these cards, I'm feeling that, well, what I felt before when we were talking about moving the boulder, that it was stuck in your path and how do I do it? Do I go above? Do I go side to side? You got that piece of information. You got what you were missing here. You always knew you were going to get that. But both of these are talking about something, you're missing that critical piece of information, but it came into your life, or maybe it will come into your life. Maybe that's part of what's happening in September. And then you are just moving forward. Although I feel for some of you, you recently got this piece of information that's allowing you to move forward. So it could be some of you This will happen in September, and for others of you, this happened very, very recently, maybe in August. Then we have the Ace of Cups. You're feeling ready to move forward with this idea. You're feeling like there's something about timing, like perhaps you couldn't move that boulder yet because you had to think about it, and it was like divine timing, the time that it took you to think about it and to figure it out. Then all of a sudden it was easier to move that boulder. There's something about timing here because you have 3 caterpillars here, and then you have the 3 butterflies. So the caterpillar can't just become a butterfly overnight. There's some sort of transformation. There's a process that needs to happen. So maybe you were waiting to hear, like we use the school example, you were waiting to hear if you got accepted. You were waiting to hear if you got a job. You were waiting to hear if your offer for the house was accepted, or any example that you can think of. And now you're in that phase of this transformation of moving from hearing this news to moving forward. Remember before here we said you're just now able to move past these turbulent or chaotic times here. And Spirit also wants you to know at the Ace of Cups that you have a very amazing journey waiting for you on this path. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness. There's probably going to be some hard work, but it's almost going to be like second nature to you because you're so interested in whatever this is. You have passion for this. You have almost like this feeds you life, whatever this is. Then we have the 4 of Cups. I feel that you were waiting for a piece of information, and once you got this piece of information, it was literally putting water on your rose. It literally filled your cup. It literally clarified that, yes, I knew all along I was going to get this. I knew it. I knew it in my soul. I could feel it. And again, I'm getting that sense of once you were able to just move that boulder out of the way and move forward, it's like there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. I see continued growth. I see excitement. I see taking care of whatever this is that you're about to do, that you've already started doing, and being excited for the whole entire process too. So being excited that you won this particular thing, that you were able to achieve this particular goal, and then just being so excited about what's coming next. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You're really building something. You're excited about something. You're looking at the potential, looking at the possibilities. You're looking forward to planning your future. Exciting. I see that you're visualizing things, you're manifesting things, you're actually feeling what it will feel like to get to this point. Because I feel that you have a big goal going on here. Something big, something that's going to take you through the rest of your life, something that's going to bring you money, comfort, satisfaction. Perhaps this has something to do with your career. Again, like if you're starting school or something, this could be a long path that you're going to be taking with school, whether that's, a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10, 15 years, whatever it is. I feel that you're literally looking at your future and you have such excitement. Then we have the 6 of Wands. Really cool that you have the 6 of Wands because this is a celebration card. This is figuring things out. With this particular card here, this person has all these tools here. So, and then there's the plane here, which makes me think that maybe the plane wasn't working. Remember how you were trying to learn how to fly here, or you were trying to fly, and so maybe your plane wasn't working here, and so that's why you started to fly with tying a string to the birds. you figured it out. Your dedication, your hard work, the fact that you never gave up is why you had a win-win outcome. And that's also why you're going to win in the future. That's why you're going to get to be the Queen of Cups, because you're not going to give up. You also have all the tools, all the knowledge, or you're going to get all the knowledge so that you can accomplish your dreams and your goals. So have no fear, which I don't think you really do, that what you want to accomplish is going to materialize in your life. But I don't know if I really needed to tell you that, because I think you already know that. Okay, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, look how worried this person is, trying to figure something out, not sure what to do, feeling stressed, anxiety, not sure which path to go, which path to take. Perhaps asking other people, oh, am I doing this right? What am I doing? What should I be doing? Remember we talked about the boulder being in your way here? Well, because of your determination, I really get there's a sense of you wanting to go somewhere here, but lacking something, which makes me feel like you were lacking a piece of information that you received, especially with the Page of Cups and the High Priestess together. And then following with the Ace of Cups, it's like you got this critical piece of information. And so this here, if for some of you, you're already past this phase, and then for others of you, this is kind of where you are right now, maybe having a sense of hope. Let's go back to the getting into school example, saying, oh, I put all this hard work into taking all my exams and filling out all the paperwork and paying the fees and doing all of that. And oh, I hope I get into the right, the one that I want to get into. And I see you getting this news very soon, getting into this program, or again, this is just an example. So whatever it is in your life, that's what it means. So for some of you, you're past this. For others of you, you're there right now. Yeah. Again, some of you are still waiting. You're still waiting. But if you look at this person doesn't really look that worried anymore. So it's like having faith, knowing that something's very, very close. You're about to transform. You're about to get all that information that you need. And Spirit wants you to know, for those of you that don't have all of that yet, to stay motivated. You are going to get what you want here. Emotions are running high. It's like this anticipation of something. Waiting, wondering. And then some of you maybe already have this information, and now you're feeling the moment. You're manifesting, dreaming about your future, getting to this point, understanding that you are going to be successful, knowing that this is just the first step for you. We have the Temperance card. Right, the Temperance card right below the Ace of Cups. It's getting this missing piece of information, filling your cup, feeling more balanced, feeling like you've healed the stress that you had here, especially with the Eight of Swords. And this feeling of wanting to move forward, but not being able to move forward yet because you're waiting on something. And then with the Temperance card, it's like, okay, finally, I finally know, I finally have peace. And this is moving forward and taking those first steps on this new journey. Because you can see here, there's a well, and they're filling up there. Is this called a canteen? I think that's what that's called. The little water, like old school style water jug, and then filling that up, because you can't go on your journey without water. And then see, your cup is filled here. So you're taking those steps. You're about to walk into what you have just received information about, accomplishing something. Okay, then we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think that it's been a very long journey for you, a very, very long journey. And I think it's going to continue to be a long journey, but I think that this phase of it is coming to an end. You're getting the information you need. I think, again, I think no matter what you do, you put a lot of hard work into everything that you do. I think that nothing will stop you from getting what you want. And I also feel that when things get stressful or when you don't have all the information, I feel that you will sometimes take a time out to regroup. I think other times, or maybe for other people watching this, you will kind of set things down for a minute so that you can regroup. You will just take a breath so that you can come back to it with fresh eyes, with a renewed sense of passion for whatever this is. And I also feel on this journey, for one reason or another, it seems like you might have highs and lows, where, let's just go back to the school example. And this is just an example, but let's say, you know, you're in school, you're learning everything seems to be going well. And then you have a test. You have a test before midterms and finals. And things are going great. And then you're studying for that midterm or the test or whatever it is. And then you're like, oh, okay, how am I doing? And then that stress kind of comes back, and then you take the test, and then there's stress again because you don't have the results yet. And then you get the results and you did very well. So then you're kind of smooth sailing for a little bit, and then you have another test. So then there's stress again. So it's like you have these along your journey to get to the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you accomplish one thing, and then it's a little bit of smooth sailing, and then you accomplish something else. And then you have that stress to accomplish the next thing, and then it's smooth sailing, and then stress, and then winning, and stress and winning, stress and winning. That's kind of what I'm getting here with the 10 of Wands. And it doesn't have to be school, it could be anything. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This reminds me of exactly what I just said. So accomplishing one thing and then putting in a lot of hard work for something else, taking a pause, relaxing. So also what Spirit wants you to know is, as you're pursuing your goals, because you are so goal oriented, don't forget to take time out to relax. If something isn't flowing as easy as it should, take time out to clear your mind, come back to it. And also know that it's going to take some time getting to the Queen of Pentacles, but be very confident in knowing, which I think you are, but just Spirit wants you to know, be confident knowing that every step that you take, you're growing things, and you might not be able to see that growth right away. Like the 4 of Cups here, you know, things are going to take time. You're going to have to add things, take away things, tweak things a little bit. But if you really look, you're going to see your progress. So look back to when you had the boulder here, and now look at where you are. So again, I don't think you're someone who's going to give up, but even those people who are very determined sometimes need that sense of reassurance, because I see your emotions going back and forth, back and forth. A win is forecast. And then we have the Fool card. Yeah, I feel that because of whatever you figured out here, that something that locked into place, something that clicked, the information that you received, you're able to move forward. And again, what I feel is that there's reaching one goal, and then there's another milestone, especially with the Fool and the 7 of Pentacles. It's like you accomplish one thing, and then there's something else, and there's something else. So I think that's why I keep going back to the school idea, because it's like, you know, when you have a class, and like I said, you have your midterm, your final, and whatever's in between there, projects, little tests, whatever. And it's like you get that one thing done. Okay, so I got the test done. Then it's the midterm. Then it's the final. Then it's this project. And it's this. And it's like this ongoing process. So just know that you're very protected. You have what it takes to get there. You're going to accomplish your goals. And also, don't forget to trust the path as you're going forward, because you will reach the Queen of Pentacles here. And keep in mind also, the Queen of Pentacles, it's in this card, it's depicted as a female, but that doesn't mean that you have to be female. It's just more of the energy of accomplishing the goals of the Queen of Pentacles. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, you can like and subscribe. You can click the bell to be notified of future videos if that resonates with you. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link from my website in the description box below. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Rutilated Quartz. And you also have Inspiration and Courage. What I get from this card is that wherever it is that you want to go, whatever it is that you want to do, you may have, or you may be looking at other people for inspiration, looking at people who have perhaps done this before, and getting a sense of courage from that, knowing that, okay, well, they went through this, they made it through, I can do it too. And having a sense of peace, feeling like taking some quiet time, some alone time, maybe meditating, and really believing in yourself, knowing that you can either get through these challenges or you can accomplish your goals. And it could be both, depending on who's watching this. But we will get more information as we look through your cards. I'm also getting, with this table and looks like a crystal ball here, that you might not have all of the pieces of the puzzle yet. There might be some piece of information that's missing for you, but you have faith that everything will, like all of the pieces of the puzzle will fall into place. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards now, your other oracle cards. Okay, we are asking for pile number, sorry, I need to, there. Okay, for pile number 3, September 2024 insights, please. Okay, these two are coming out. Okay, we have Creature of Air and Speed. Wow, look at this card. Can you see how determined this person is? It's so colorful. Whatever kind of creature this is. So is this you getting whatever information that I was talking about here, or the pieces falling together? Does this mean that this is going to happen very quickly? And you are determined. You're ready to go forward even before you have all the information. You're ready to, you know what I think this is for some of you? Combined with this card, I think some of you are so focused on your goal that you're literally not seeing anything else in your life right now. You are like hyper focused on your goal. And I feel that it's your strong belief in accomplishing this goal or overcoming this problem, whatever it is, that you're literally manifesting it, you're speaking it, you're putting it out there into the universe, and you're literally bringing it to you. You're literally walking toward it, whatever it is. You're making something happen here. This is interesting. I'm interested to see how this card interacts with the other cards that we get for you. Okay, and then this was the other card that that was connected to that one. Okay, the Deviant, Chaos and Destruction. Very interesting. This is the Tower card in the tarot. Chaos and Destruction. You know what I get with this card? With the determination that I was talking about here, that you're only focused on that one thing, and that nothing's going to stand in your way. I feel that you are the one creating the tower. You are breaking down barriers. You are destroying anything that's not meant to be in your life. You're literally manifesting anything that's not meant to be in your life to leave your life. It's like you're... So let's just say if you have a job that's toxic, or a relationship that's toxic, or anything that, it doesn't have to be toxic, just something that's preventing you from moving forward. If you're lacking information, you're breaking down the walls so that you can get that information. If you need to meet the right people and talk to the right people, you're literally breaking down barriers so that you can get in contact with certain people, certain things, whatever it is. I feel that you are so determined. This is going to happen no matter what. And this is you just plowing through any barriers that may come into your path. Okay, what else would you like to tell pile number 3 for their September 2024 insights? This one or 2? This is 2. Okay. Very close to achieving your goal. Yes, you are. I have no doubt about that. You're very close. Whatever things are in your way, you're breaking them down. They're starting to crumble. And I feel that as each layer, as each little piece crumbles, as you watch it fall, as you see it, as you see any walls, any barriers that were in your way start coming down, I feel that you know that you're even closer to your goal, and that in itself is even more motivating for you. Okay, we have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. You're working on something. There's something that you want to bring into the world. Something that you've been working on filling up this vase. And it seems like for one reason or another, you've had some kind of barrier, something to overcome, a lot of things to overcome. But I think that in your case, these barriers that you had to break down, get through, walls, whatever it is, I think that just made you stronger and more determined. Where some people, when they see roadblocks, they just turn around and go home. Other people see roadblocks, they see that as a challenge, and they say, challenge accepted. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And I think you're that second person. And I think that you're ready to be the creature of air here and move forward with whatever it is that you want to, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, for the other piles, I only took 2 cards, but I thought it was just 1 card here, and then this top card was really drawing my attention. So I'm going to take this one also for you. Okay, we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Yes. Yes, this is what I've been feeling. I think it might have been the combination of these 2 cards which really solidified this idea in my mind. It's within your reach. It's so close. And I think that's why you have this feeling here of gratitude, because you know that all this energy that you put out into the universe, all of your hard work, all of your dedication, all of your thinking, I see you concentrating so hard on something. I see you believing in yourself. I see you believing in your idea. I see you having so much love for yourself and your idea that there was no way that you wouldn't bring this to life, that you wouldn't bring this to the world. And I think that within September, you're really going to start to see things progressing. You're going to see things coming to a conclusion. You're going to see things where you're going to be able to start to pour into the world, into the universe in a positive way. Pour your heart out so that everybody can see what you've been working on. I think that throughout September, you're going to continue to literally, I'm just seeing like ping, 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 like anything that gets in your way, you're like, nope, don't need that, don't need that. Get out of my way. That's what I see you doing. Okay, so let's look at your tarot cards. Okay, Spirit, we're asking September 2024 insights, please. Okay, that's going to be your first card. So we have the, this card is really alive here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which really confirms what I've been saying. So the Queen of Pentacles, this actually really adds a lot to what I've been saying here. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is patient. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's determined, someone who has goals in mind, someone who's literally going to do what I just said with literally, if something comes on your path, it's in your way. It's like, get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way. So it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to remove the obstacle so that you can move forward. So you're literally, anything that gets in your way, you're creating a tower moment where you're like, no, I'm good. I don't need you. I don't need you here, whether it's a situation, a person, whatever, you're removing it. And because you're doing that, your dreams are going to come true. You're going to accomplish your dreams, no matter what that is. If that's stability, if that's money, if it's independence, if it's having more ideas, if it's just having a level of abundance in your life, a level of comfort, feeling safe. Whatever that is, maybe you're trying to move somewhere. Maybe you're trying to move out of country, wherever you're living. Whatever it is, you are definitely going to see some pretty big progress in September. If not a conclusion to, like we have here, conclusions are within reach. I feel that if things aren't concluded in September, I feel that it's going to be pretty shortly after. So let's just say if you're doing something, so let's say if you want to open your own office, which the Queen of Pentacles reminds me of that. So let's say you're going to open your own office. Well, first you had to have the idea of what kind of business are you trying to open. So you get that down. Then you get all the details of that down. Then you have to look for an office. Then you find an office. Then you have to go through all the paperwork for that. Then you finalize your paperwork. The office is yours. Then you have to move in. You have to decorate. You have to do all of these things before you can actually open your office. So, and this is just an example. This doesn't mean that this is what I'm saying for all of you, but it's just kind of a visual. And so going through all of those steps, I feel that you've gone through most of those steps. And so within September, you will be opening your office, ready to accept clients or whatever it is. Or everything's going to be done. And then shortly after September is when you can actually open and start to see people there. Again, that's just an example to give you a visual. But that can really apply to anything going on in your life. Kind of putting things in that same perspective, even with a different situation. The Three of Swords. I think you've sacrificed a lot to get to where you are, which goes back to the Tower card. I feel that there was nothing that was going to stand in your way from getting to where you wanted to go. And I think in the process, you learned who belongs in your life, who doesn't belong in your life. Those who don't belong in your life, I think you got rid of them. I think this could relate to relationships, friends, family, jobs, bosses, where you live, literally anything you can think of. This could even be eating habits, habits, going from not wanting to work out to working out, eating healthier so that you can accomplish goals that you have for your body, for your mind. So this could really be anything that you can think of, anything that's going on in your life. And I think that you really had to give up certain things that perhaps at one point in time brought you joy or brought you comfort, but then for one reason or another, you realized, you know what, these things just aren't working for me anymore, and I'm going to make some changes. I don't think it was easy for you. I don't think it was easy at all, but I think you're a very strong, determined person, and you're going to do whatever it takes to make things happen. Okay, then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you have an idea. Anything negative in your life is going to be removed. You're going to remove it. If you don't remove it, the universe is going to remove it for you, especially with the Tower card here. So you might have started to see things falling out of your life, certain people not calling anymore, people moved away. If you wanted to move to a new location or something, maybe obstacles fell away. Just whatever it is that otherwise might have prevented you from doing something, it's falling away. And then other things, other things that you had to figure out, you were able to figure them out because of your determination. You were able to get the information. You were able to find the resources. For other people, I feel that they may have given up because whatever you've been doing has been a hard-won journey. This is not something for the faint of heart. So you should give yourself a pat on the back for how hard you've worked and for how it's like I see somebody looking forward on like seeing the goal down the road and just looking forward and not veering off at all. The King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, you're moving from a place of, how do I want to say this? Controlled chaos. Okay, controlled chaos. Letting go of things that aren't working for you. Into a place of smooth sailing. So ridding your life of things that aren't working for you so that you can achieve your goals, and then starting to see the results of that, seeing how that's paying off for you, seeing the benefits of kind of being cutthroat is what I'm getting. And cutthroat, if you haven't heard that expression before, that means what I've been saying, where if you're feeling that something's difficult, like something's not working, it's not working, or there's chaos with something, maybe you were in a relationship, for an example, and you just kept arguing and arguing and arguing, and you were so focused on that you couldn't focus on whatever this is that you have going on here. So being cutthroat in that sense would mean that you just extract it from your life. You no longer deal with that energy. Okay, so with the King of Cups, not only have you accomplished your goals to this point, because I feel you have other goals to go, but you also used your intuition, you used your intellect to get you to this point, and you're going to continue to use those things to get you to that next point as well. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there's whatever you've needed on your journey, you've had this really keen ability to find what you need to, I think the way that you communicate to people, the way that you ask for information, the way that you ask for assistance or help, or even yourself, asking yourself, what do I need in my life to make my life better? So this is also asking yourself, what will make me feel more balanced? I think you're a really good communicator, but that what I'm getting here is this is very, very, very strongly with yourself. Listening to yourself, listening to your body. When something feels off, saying, okay, let me sit and listen to this for a minute. Figuring out what it is and then doing what you need to do to find that balance again. And it's also, so I feel that you're not afraid to show who you are. I feel that maybe before something happened in your life, you might have been maybe not, I don't think shy is exactly the word, but maybe afraid to ask for what you want or afraid to stand up for yourself. And now you're like, you know what? I don't care. This is my journey. I am going to take control of my life. And I'm going to create the sense of balance in my life the way that I want to do things. It's a very empowering feeling that I'm getting. And I feel that the longer you go on your journey, the more empowered you're going to feel, the stronger you're going to feel. And I also feel that you will be less likely in the future to allow anything to enter your life again that will cause or may cause chaos in your life. And that goes for anything. That's work, relationships, family, where you live, you know, really anything. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel that this makes a lot of sense to me because I feel that this relates to what I just said about how you're feeling so empowered. I feel that before you would allow certain things into your life that would prevent you from reaching your goals, even though your goals were literally right there. But you had distractions or you had people around you who were just there, almost like these, maybe this isn't people, this could be situations, but there was something in your life that was taking up space, but not just taking up space, these things or people or whatever it was or is, maybe you're still working on this. It's not only was it just it taking up space, but it was bringing you down. So maybe you went through a major healing event or some kind of trauma or something that so if it was a traumatic event that brought out this healing ability that you have in yourself. There was something, it seems like there was something that triggered you to want to have a different life for yourself. And because you really had to reach deep within yourself and pull out strength in yourself that you didn't know you had, now that you've done that and now that you've gone through this healing process, you're like, no, I don't want any of this negative stuff in my life anymore. And you're not going to allow that anymore. You're not going to allow these things, people, whatever this is, you're not ever going to allow this to distract you again. Okay, then we have the Two of Cups. And because, let me move these up a hair. And because you're not allowing things to distract you on your new path, that is bringing you to the Two of Cups, where now you're bringing into your life people, situations, events, locations, whatever it is, you're bringing things into your life that mirror your energy instead of, oh, let me pull these down so you can still see the numbers, instead of the negativity that was holding you back. So because what I really feel here is that you've leveled up. You did what it took to level up, and you may be looking back, seeing other people who used to be in your life or situations and seeing how those people or those situations did not level up like you did. And it's almost like, ew, why was I ever in that energy to begin with? It was just holding me back. So this could be a relationship. This Two of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but if it is a relationship, it's because you healed yourself. You did all the necessary work and you're not only did you work on yourself, but you're working on your goals or something, whatever this is up here. And actually, I mean, it could even be a relationship that you really worked on yourself. You stayed kind of in a little bubble for a while so that you could heal yourself. This applies to possibly some of you. And then maybe your goal is to have that healthy relationship that you never had, that you've always wanted. And so now that you've done the work on yourself, maybe yourself, your career, you've gotten to a good point in your life where you want to share that with somebody, and you're going to attract that leveled up person who can match your energy. And if this is a situation, then it's that same energy only in a situation. So let's say that you've leveled up your knowledge, your education, basically your overall energy, and you're looking for a better place of employment who will appreciate you. That's what I see with the Two of Cups. You're going to find the place of employment who appreciates you, who will like working with you, and you will like working with these people in this company. This could be you moving to a new location and finding just that perfect city for you that has that energy that you're looking for. Okay, the King of Swords. And as you've gone on this journey, you are, first of all, like I said before, you're never going to let this in your life again. You've gotten to a point where you don't you feel good where you are in your life. You don't need anybody else in your life. So I'm feeling like this is relating to people. You don't need anybody else in your life. If you find good people to connect with, then that's good. But you're fine on your own right now. Whatever you've gone through has made you so strong, and so you're good. And so I see you being very discerning with people's energy with this card. Because, yeah, this makes a lot of sense with what I was just saying, because I feel that this is important with whatever it is that you're about to start, or whatever it is that you're about to do, whatever this goal is that you have here. Having this energy is very important, which leads us into the Three of Pentacles, because you're about to be around other people. So I don't know if this could be you moving somewhere. This could be you starting a new job, especially because here it looks like they're working on something. Remember, show the world the real you. This is an exchange of ideas. This is different people with different experiences those different people bringing their experiences to the table, and everybody being able to present their ideas, everybody listening to everyone's ideas, learning from somebody who may have more expertise than you, finding the right people that you need, people that match your energy, that match all the hard work that you've put into yourself and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So being around the same type of people, which will just feed you and your energy and your goals. Okay, then we have the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of, so I feel that you're very good at analyzing situations very quickly. I feel that if it's for you, I feel that it's yes or no. There's no black and white. There's not maybe. I feel that you're very quick. So when a new situation or new people come into your life, so let's just say, for instance, to give you an example, if you are hiring people to work for your business or to work for the company that you work for, I think you're very intuitive, and I think that you have a very good ability to see through anybody's BS if they're trying to kind of BS you in an interview or something like that, or any way where you can apply this. You're going to see through that so quickly, and you're also not going to sugarcoat things. You're a very good communicator. You're able to say what you want, and if you have to, you're also able to say what you don't want. You get things done. You're I feel like you're not going to take no for an answer. You're going to figure out a way to make it happen. The Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Cups, I feel that other people from your past might try to come back into your life. They might say that they have changed, that their energy is like yours, they've worked on themselves. You're going to be able to determine and to decipher if that's true or not, if you want to pursue that. You're going to be able to tell right away, is this energy feeling balanced? Because all the work that you've done on yourself is going to, other people are going to see this. Somebody from your past is going to see this, and they're going to be drawn to that naturally because it's such a powerful, strong energy. So that's what I see here. And it's up to you whether you accept that or not, because I do feel that there's going to be a sense of nostalgia here. And perhaps that energy is going to work for you. Perhaps it's not going to work for you. You have free will to decide that on your own. Let's see what your last card is. The Empress. Well, I wonder how the Six of Cups fits in. You know what? Maybe this doesn't even fit in. Maybe this is just somebody who's going to pop back in and say, hey, remember me? And you're going to say, yeah, but I don't want to. Because with the Empress card, this is someone who's very comfortable in their own skin. Like I was saying somewhere over here, I think it was with the King of Swords. You don't need anyone in your life. You really don't need anything. You've created the life for yourself that you're comfortable with. And I also feel with the Empress card that you're working on something. I think you're working on something that this person probably doesn't know about. I feel that this person is connected to the Five of Pentacles. Remember when I said somebody or something? So this doesn't even have to be a person. This could be a situation. Maybe, for instance, if you were working for a company, your old boss is going to call you and is going to want you to come back or something like that. And you're independent now. You don't need anything else. And this Empress looks pregnant here. So it's, remember up here, show the world the real you. Conclusions are within reach, right below the Empress card. So whatever you've been working on this whole month, I think the one of the main things here is to know that you're going to be ready to conclude this. You're going to be ready to birth this idea, this thing, show people what you've been working on. And also what this could be is that how you've been working on yourself this whole time here that we see here, it could be that at the end of it, you're going to have a test, which is where something from your past that was not good for you tries to come back in. And that's when you're so strong and powerful now that you're going to say, nope, I'm good. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so that's the possibility for some of you as well. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe, and you can click the bell to be notified of future videos if you would like. And if you ever want a private reading or a private Reiki session, you will find the link for my website in the description box below.